Hello everyone, it's MCon here once again with another episode of our Dragon Age 2 Let's Play. Back down in Lowtown, looking for the Chantry sister who seems to have probably set up our good Kunari mage friend for failure by making sure that the Kunari caught up with him at the end of the tunnel. So definitely want to have a talk with her. She should be right over here, yep, in the safe house. Okay.
Leave nothing. It must be clean, with no ties. Hawk. It was Hawk, right? From the streets. You took the Kunari from the city? Without incident?
Without bloody incident? You know better.
Mind your tongue, woman.
Please, do speak your mind.
Really now?
The bodies of the mages Karatam led right to us. Why?
You come back speaking their language and think to lecture me? If such a plot existed, if the Kunari had murdered you for trying to help their slave mage, then yes, someone might have found that useful. It would have cast doubt on appeasement. Perhaps your death would have been a tragic necessity. Perhaps finding the mage was a rushed opportunity. But all we have now are dead Kunari and the word of a sympathizer.
Your Ketogen killed himself rather than be free.
I assumed he wanted to escape, just as I would. My pity is genuine, but they are not like us.
If, perhaps, why dance around this lie? I'm standing right here.
If a member of the Chantry admitted instigation, I have no doubt it would result in more appeasement. But an accusation from a low-town thug? You are hardly that important. That's not an insult. It's why I chose you. Rest assured, excuses, real or imagined, are not for your benefit.
Uh-huh.
I won't forget this, sister.
Take your coin. Disappear back into Lowtown. Rest assured, I will not make the mistake of looking for help outside the faithful again. The stakes, eternity, are just too high.
I don't particularly like her.
That one will be back, unfortunately.
You're not wrong. Alright. There is plenty more to do. Though not as much of it in Lowtown, as it turns out. Well, that's Gamlen's house, but it'll serve the same purpose, essentially. Yeah, now we can just pop back out. Varric, Bethany, and Isabella. We are the dream team, are we not? Alright. We were just there. I don't remember seeing one of those. Hold on. Let's come back then. I know we had the one that we turned down earlier. That was still available. Yeah, I don't see another one. Maybe it has to be daytime? I don't know. Well, okay, we'll choose another place then. Because I don't see that quest or where it's supposed to be. And back out again. Varric, Bethany, Isabella. I'm getting really good at that. Okay, so we got the Black Emporium. Yeah, why not? Let's go visit. I hear it's got all kinds of interesting things. Okay. Definitely interesting.
Customer. Thaddeus, stand straight. Places, everyone.
Interesting.
Welcome to the Black Emporium.
Huh. Well, you're something else. Are you a skeleton or something?
I am the great and magnificent Xenhom, the antiquarian. Few people are worthy of an invitation, you know. They search the sewers for the Emporium and accost poor urchin. And I tell urchin to say, "No, you are not worthy. Starve in the sewers." Except urchin never speaks.
I see. Well, you're something. Ooh.
That's Gollum's name. He is Thaddeus Gigantus Crumbum the Third.
It's awesome.
He's my favorite.
Okay. Can stone lie with purpose? Can it beckon with raw feminine command, yet shine with an inspiring virtue? That challenge was posed to sculptor Arwand de Glace, an artisan and son of Empress Voglaine of Orlais. It was busywork and rhetoric in a time of excess, but answer he did, with the reserves of a nation and a passion unhealthy. His subject, Our Lady, though not as depicted in traditional statuary. Statuary, that was right. Arwan's mad ambition summoned the form of Andraste uninterrupted by the trampings of war and devoid of the vestments she assumed after death. It was living, commanding, obscene, yet inspired. To gaze upon it was to be enthralled, spiritually and physically. It was the latter that alarmed Chantry officials. They blanched at the thought of Our Lady being possessed of such a base appeal, even as they too were drawn. The work could not be destroyed without threatening the balance between empire and hallowed, so a grave censorship was enacted under the guise of honoring. Enchanters were tasked with extending the ethereal that hides the fade, drawing it around the form like a cloak. Our Lady remains in the stone and in this world, but mortal eyes are forever denied her treasure and glory. She is veiled in every sense. As in all things, unintended consequences must vex those with pure intentions. Modesty would have been better served by a thickened sheet, drawn back when techniques were to be studied. As it is, the sculptor's skills are accessible only to an exploring touch, defining the shape by intimate caress. All manner of strange congress has stemmed from tempted hands and the innocent wish for clarity. From Art and Shame, Forbidden Wonders of Faith, by Foisine de Petitforet, translated by Philium Abard. Interesting.
Please don't fondle and trust.
Oh dear. Oh dear. The Pickled Apples of Arlathan. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Alright. I expressed my incredulity to the shop's assistant, who coldly noted that he did not like my implication. He insisted that every article in the Black Emporium was genuine, no fakes, imitations, or cheap knockoffs. I must have appeared unconvinced, for the assistant narrowed his eyes at me and disappeared into the bowels of the shop, returning several minutes later. He removed a jar of pickled apples from its display case and proceeded to carefully, reverently remove the wax seal from the lid of the jar. I watched with fascination as the jar was opened, and a single, rosy apple pulled from it. It looked as if it had been picked just that day, at the peak of ripeness. With a paring knife, the assistant cut the tiniest sliver of flesh from the apple and presented it to me. The flavor of that one small sliver was astonishing. It was as close to a perfect apple as ever there was. I was experiencing the essence of every apple ever eaten, and that ever will be eaten. When it was over, the sense of loss that filled me was sharp enough to move me to tears. The rest of the apple was returned to the jar, which was then resealed. I paid 5 sovereigns for that single taste, and I believe I got the better part of the bargain. From the letters of Brother Ferdinand Genitivi to Sister Patrice, Chantry Scholar. Very interesting. Discarded weapons and armor. Oh, you've got a bunch of stuff for me. Ring of Unheeded Wisdom, extra cunning, nice. Gloves of the Unknowable Unknown. That's very interesting. Yeah. Helm of Appreciation. Ooh, cool. Okay. Ancient Leather Cuirass, which is not quite my style, and Song of Sorrows, a dagger. Okay, we can take it. Most of those looks like they're gonna end up getting sold, though.
Take what you like. No charge.
Oh, well, that's
No
awful
charge,
kind.
Thaddeus. You hear me?
Okay. The Box of Screaming. This sounds fun. I received the box from a man I met in the Silent Plains. He spoke little and would not reveal his name. For reasons I shall not detail here, I had been kidnapped and left for dead in that gray, wind-blasted wasteland. After days of walking, I was parched and close to death. I was about to dash my head on a rock to speed my passing when the man arrived. He possessed a water skin containing ample water for a person traveling from our location to the Imperial Highway. From there, he said, I could find my way to Solus or Paravantium. He offered to give me the water skin if I agreed to take 3 things from him: a glowing crystalline shard, a bronze sphere, and an iron-bound box with no hinges. I asked the man if he wished to have these items delivered. He said that he merely wanted me to have them. It was an odd request, but I was too weak and too desperate to think much of it, and so I agreed. The man put the items into a leather sack, which he handed to me along with the water. What about you? I asked. He said nothing, only pointed in the direction from which I had come. There is nothing that way, I said. He merely smiled at me. I found the Imperial Highway about a day later, and a caravan driver agreed to take me to Paravantium. Whew, I will get that name at some point. Really, I will. Paravantium, in exchange for the large glowing shard. In Paravantium, I bartered the bronze sphere for new clothes and room at the inn. That night, I examined the iron-bound box and found no way to open it. I held it to my ear and thought I heard slow, measured breathing coming from within. My mind was afire with curiosity, and I obtained from the innkeeper a large hammer, thinking to smash the thing open. The moment the hammer touched the box, it shrieked. The shrill sound pierced the depths of my soul. I gave the box to the innkeeper in the morning, and felt better for having rid myself of it. A page torn from a mysterious journal, on display in the Black Emporium. Oh, you've got nothing to say about that one, huh?
All manner of crafting lore gathered from throughout Beta. Price is negotiable.
Okay. How about the Emporium's relics and antiques? Oh, this is a buying and selling thing. The Enderfell Cleaver is a battle axe. Desdemona's Blade, a long sword. Oh, that's nice. It does nature damage, which is interesting. Lady Rosamund's Bulwark. Better armor. Doesn't give me the experience point bonus, though. Arlathan Replica Bow. Okay, and Magister's Scythe. Oh. Oh. Very nice. Extra attack, ignore enemy armor, and a chance to regenerate health. Very interesting. For now, we're not going to worry about that, though. Alright, Vestments of the Mystic. Right. It's all bound to me. Nope, don't have enough magic. Nope. Okay, here we go. Enemies drop better equipment, and I get a little bit of extra armor, so it's better armor. I get a 2% damage resistance. I lose 7 health and 1% critical chance. That's not bad. Invisible gloves, nope. Sandals of the Mystic, Boots of tremendous weight. Okay, so extra defense and the same amount of armor, but I lose out on attack and health. We'll keep what we got there. Okay, wow, that is expensive. Whew. +1 to all attributes, well, I can see why. 1% XP gain. I am sorely tempted to buy this, but I think I'm going to have to come back after the Deep Roads expedition. I feel like it would be a disservice to spend, the majority of the 50 sovereigns that I would need on this one ring. But it's good to note. Maker's Sigh. Interesting. Oh, concoction allows whoever consumes it to permanently reallocate his or her attributes, specializations, and spells or talents. Cool. That's good. Alright. Now I can sell all my junk. So that'll be something. Then I did have a couple things. Yeah, we can sell that, this, and that. I guess we were going to sell the Song of Sorrows. Yeah. Okay. Plate armor. Helm of Appreciation. Yeah. Raider Superior Gauntlets. Goodbye. Gloves of the Unknowable Unknown. It's kind of cool, but not for me. And Boots of the Frozen Wastes. Yeah, we were keeping those around. Talisman of Sarabas. Oh, that's what we just got from that Kunari. Interesting. Oh, extra blood magic stuff? That sounds like a Meryl thing. So we're going to keep that around. We can get rid of you and you. Ring of Unheeded Wisdom. Pretty nice. We can get rid of you. And we'll keep that and get rid of that. Alright. Awesome. And then I want to double check. That Song of Sorrows, Isabella, that wasn't better than what you had, right? Yeah, that's far and above worse. Okay, good.
Rare, enchanted goods. Oh, the prizes of my collection. Master socks. You can never have enough socks.
Interesting. Stare into the mirror of transformation.
Too intently. That. On second thought, please do.
Oh my. Oh, it lets you change your appearance. Cool, okay. Go back. Go back! I don't want to... There we go, confirm. Okay, and then the crafting materials is the last thing. Okay, so can we buy crafting materials? Why, yes. Oh, interesting. Elixir of Arcane Technique. Okay, so we can buy some of these things to give us attribute points, and spells, and talents. Cool. And of course, we don't want to do it right now. Rock Armor Potion. Very interesting. Maker's Sigh. Lots of that. Health, Lyrium, Stamina, Injury. Fell Poison. Crow Venom. Okay, cool. Anything else? Oh. Okay, so recipes. Rune of Fortune. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah, well, why don't we buy some of these recipes then? We might as well. And, sure, a Rune of Fortune to go with it. Alright, that's pretty cool. Not bad at all. Ooh, a Vessel of Tears. Hello, urchin child.
Don't manhandle the urchin. He's not for sale.
You don't say.
Find your own.
Nice. Alright, a Vessel of Tears. Although this wax-stoppered vessel is clearly labeled Tears Shed during the burning of Treviso, many questions remain, not the least of which is, which burning of Treviso? When the Kunari conquered it in 635 steel? When it was burned by the liberating armies of the White and Black Divines? Or during the Second Exalted March of 752 Storm? Or when it accidentally burned down to the ground in 826 Blessed, after a dockhand knocked over a lantern in a warehouse full of lamp oil? Wow! Treviso sounds unlucky. Even assuming the correct event could be determined, the question of whose tears have been collected remains. Presumably not any of the numerous fire victims, surviving relatives perhaps? Nobles with summer homes on the Antivan coast? It should be noted that nowhere on the label does it say that these tears were shed in relation to the event. So they could have been the tears of a woman in Mont-Simard, weeping because she was not asked to dance at the last costume ball, unaware that at that very moment, one of the greatest port cities of Thetis was aflame. Ha! That's great. Alright. So you got a couple of interesting things to sell us if we want to come back here later. That's cool. Black Emporium's pretty nice. Alright. In the daytime, however, we've got an appointment to keep at the gallows. So we're going to make our way over there. But for the moment, this is a pretty decent stopping point for our...
You've been with women.
Oh my.
In bed. I know. Shocking, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
You see, sweetness. Men are only good for one thing. Women are good for 6.
6? Which 6?
Isabella.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's terrible. All right, well, then thank you guys for coming along with me on this adventure. It's been great, and until next time, all, bye.